Ridouan Taghi, born on December 20th of 1977 in Morocco, is a notorious figure in the European underworld and widely regarded as one of the most dangerous criminals in the Netherlands. His name has become synonymous with organised crime, drug trafficking and violent acts, making him a prime target for law enforcement agencies across Europe. His criminal activities span several years and involve a complex web of drug trafficking, assassinations, and a violent underworld. His eventual arrest in 2019 marked the culmination of an international manhunt that drew attention not only in the Netherlands, but across Europe and the world. Welcome back to Crime Chronicles. Stay tuned as we look at Taghi's life and the crimes that made him feared across Europe. Crimes that would lead to his arrest and one of the Netherlands' longest and most expensive trials. Ridouan Taghi was born in the Moroccan city of Tétouan and moved to the Netherlands with his family at a young age. He grew up in Vianen, a town near Utrecht, where he would later embark on his criminal career. Little is known about his early life, but Taghi's rise to power in the criminal world is traced back to his involvement in the cocaine trade. The Netherlands has long been a significant entry point for cocaine into Europe, primarily due to its presence of large ports like Rotterdam. Taghi quickly recognized the opportunities presented by the global drug trade and became deeply entrenched in the business. By the early 2000s, Taghi had already established himself as a major player in the drug trafficking world, reportedly working with South American cartels to bring vast amounts of cocaine into Europe. His criminal organization, known as the Morocco Mafia, dominated the cocaine trade in the Netherlands and Belgium. The group was made up primarily of individuals from Moroccan descent, hence the name Morocco. Taghi's rise was characterized by extreme ruthlessness, using violence as a tool to eliminate rivals and intimidate competitors. The Morocco Mafia is not just an ordinary street gang. It is a sophisticated criminal organization with international connections. Under Taghi's leadership, the group became one of the most feared criminal enterprises in Europe. It expanded its operations across Europe, collaborating with other criminal organizations to smuggle drugs from South America to the Netherlands and beyond. The group also had access to significant financial resources, which allowed it to bribe officials, acquire weapons, and maintain a vast network of loyal followers. The violence associated with the Morocco Mafia reached unprecedented levels, with assassinations, public shootings, and bombings becoming common in the Netherlands and Belgium. Taghi was believed to be at the center of this violence, personally ordering the murders of rivals and those who crossed him. The group became notorious for carrying out highly organized hits, often targeting not only criminals but also civilians, journalists and lawyers who were perceived as threats. One of the most high-profile murders linked to Taghi was the 2019 assassination of Dutch criminal lawyer Dirk Wiersum. Wiersum had been representing Nabil B., a key witness in a major case against Taghi's organization. The murder sent shockwaves through the Netherlands, highlighting the brazen and ruthless nature of the Morocco Mafia. This killing, among others, demonstrated the lengths to which Taghi was willing to go to protect his criminal empire. Taghi's criminal organization was involved in a range of illicit activities, with drug trafficking being the most prominent. The Netherlands, and particularly the port of Rotterdam, served as a crucial hub for cocaine entering Europe. It is estimated that Taghi's network was responsible for trafficking thousands of kilograms of cocaine from South America to Europe annually. The profits from this drug trade were immense, allowing Taghi to further expand his operations and cement his status as one of the most powerful criminals in Europe. However, it was not just the drug trade that defined Taghi's criminal career. The Morocco Mafia was also heavily involved in assassinations and contract killings. Taghi is believed to have ordered multiple murders of rivals, former associates, and those who cooperated with law enforcement. His group employed hitmen who carried out these killings with a high degree of precision and brutality. Public shootings became a hallmark of Morocco Mafia, with several high-profile killings occurring in broad daylight. Another notorious murder linked to Taghi was the 2021 assassination of journalist Peter R. de Vries. De Vries had been an outspoken critic of organised crime in the Netherlands and had reported extensively on Taghi's activities. His murder, like Veersum's, caused outrage and intensified the pressure on law enforcement to apprehend Taghi. The escalating violence and high-profile murders attributed to Taghi made him the most wanted man in the Netherlands. Dutch authorities, in cooperation with law enforcement agencies across Europe, launched an intensive manhunt to capture him. In 2019, Taghi was added to the Netherlands' most wanted list, with a substantial reward offered for information leading to his arrest. Taghi, however, had gone into hiding and managed to evade capture for several years. He reportedly moved between countries, using disguises, forged documents, and employing a network of loyal associates to stay one step ahead of law enforcement. His ability to remain undetected for so long highlighted the reach and sophistication of his criminal organisation. The breakthrough in the hunt for Taghi came in December of 2019, when he was arrested in Dubai. Acting on intelligence provided by Dutch authorities, Dubai's law enforcement agencies conducted a raid on a luxury villa where Taghi had been staying. The arrest was carried out without incident, and Taghi was swiftly extradited to the Netherlands, where he faced a litany of charges, including drug trafficking, murder, and organised crime. Taghi's arrest marked the beginning of one of the most significant criminal trials in Dutch history. Known as the Marengo trial, the case involved multiple defendants, including Taghi and several of his associates. The charges against Taghi were extensive, with prosecutors accusing him of orchestrating a reign of terror marked by drug trafficking, violence, and murder. Throughout the trial, Taghi maintained his innocence, denying any involvement in the crimes attributed to him. However, the evidence against him was substantial. Key witnesses, including former associates who had turned against him, provided detailed accounts of Taghi's role in ordering killings and directing the activities of his criminal organisation. One of the most important witnesses was Nabil B., whose testimony was seen as crucial to the prosecution's case. The trial, which began in 2019, has been marked by intense security measures due to concerns about possible reprisals from Taghi's associates. Several key figures involved in the case, including judges, lawyers, and witnesses, have been placed under police protection. The trial, one of the longest and costliest in Dutch legal history, concluded in February of 2024. Of the 17 people on trial, 3 received life sentences, one of those being Taghi. The others received sentences of between 1 year and 29 years. Taghi and his right-hand man, who was also part of the trial, were suspected of being behind at least 10 murders. The trial and investigative process behind it, although incredibly expensive and time-consuming, proves that international law enforcement partnerships have been successful in dismantling one of Europe's dominant criminal gangs. Taghi had a good run, but even hiding out under the radar in Dubai, usually a safe haven for criminals, wasn't enough to save him from the long arm of the law. Daniel Kinahan should take note. Thank you for joining us today on Crime Chronicles. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the channel with your friends.